I learned the trick. If you push a button and walk away, then you can come back and just do it. Hello, beautiful Facebook world. I am coming to you with my day 8 of 21-day challenge. Temple Body Devotion Challenge with my Temple Body Arts mentorship. Last night, I showed up in one of my groups at like 11:58 p.m. my time. And today, I just don't want to wait that long anymore, because if I keep postponing, it's going to be again at midnight. So yeah, I'm showing up today to bring a message that's coming through. Yeah, it actually came through pretty strongly already. You know, we go through, just gonna share, we go through many different things on a daily basis. And whatever inspires us, or me personally, I will journal about it. And usually all the posts that I create are the product of my journaling. So, I'll just get right to it. I do not like small talk. However, it's often fun to have some shenanigans. But sometimes we just have to cut straight to the chase of whatever message is coming through and not waste any more time. So I think the subject of this live said that we see what we see is the mirror, what we see outside of ourselves basically is the reflection of who we are. And so as we look outside, what do we see in other people around the world? What we see is the reflection of us deep inside, you know. And the way we react to what we see is truly our ability to know ourselves and to not allow the external environment to control us in any way or to trigger us in any way. So if we see the divine plan and the divine guidance in the world as it's happening now, we can see it from and through the lens of the divine as a great reawakening upon the earth. And or we can also see it as devastating, bleeding wounds and pain and suffering. And is that what is still needing to be acknowledged within our own inner world, acknowledged and healed in some way, so that we don't allow the pain and suffering to control the way we live our lives. And instead, we can continue to discern, and we continue to center, and we continue to actually create more healing outward. Hi. Okay, yes. Okay. You're welcome. So, do we continue to see externally what still needs to be healed within our own selves? You know, so my message was that we should not blindly believe and follow any idols outside of ourselves. And instead, soberly and with no rising triggers, assess the situation at hand or what is happening in the world. You know, and realize that we have all made mistakes in the past that allowed and allowed ourselves to speak the words that we may not feel good about, or the words that now in this life that we're newly living in a new paradigm may not paint as well. Hi Nicole, happy Tuesday. Wednesday, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Because at first I thought, is it really still Tuesday? But, you know, it's Wednesday. But time is just so not even existing at this point. So, you know what I want to say, that also not only we shouldn't create our idols out externally, but also shouldn't shouldn't write our name under anyone on the pedestal, or under the holiest of all holy men and women. You know, it's now in this time of our lives, it's no longer about ourselves or just our families, but it's more about the collective. Yes, it's Wednesday. Yeah, no worries. I'm happy to be in the Tuesday, because Wednesday for me is a day for my own devotion. You know, I block out Wednesday so nobody can book a Wednesday with me. No appointments except for this one incredible 2-hour online gathering with my temple body artists and my beautiful mentor Sophia Tom. So what I'm feeling is that it's no longer about our own inner feminine and masculine wounds and toxicity and the feelings of worthiness or deservedness, or not worthiness or deservedness, but truly to become part of the whole. Even though we are individual selves, having our own individual experience upon the earth, thank you. We're also must remember that we're part of the whole, and each one of us is inside the vehicle, the vessel, the container, doing the work that we're supposed to be doing in the world, or waking up to the work that we're supposed to be doing. And as we wake up and continue and do the work that we are here to bring, how do we see the world outside? Do we see it in the way that it supports your purpose and supports what you're supposed to be bringing? Or do you see the world as an obstacle and the people as an obstacle, no matter what they are, and you keep holding on to the old, and you keep holding on and dwell in the old grudges and pain and suffering? Can we move forward already? Can we heal our own wounds, please? I know it's not easy, but how long and how much longer do we need? Why can't we all just wake up? I understand that's like, I'm just talking, why can't we just all wake up and see? That's just not possible for all of us. But for those of us that have, how long do we need to be processing our wounds? And how long do we need to see those wounds externally? How can we instead use our power to see the good in the world and to truly see the divine and the guidance? Okay, I have something right here. The more we work with energy work, the more we begin to notice what our bodies are telling us or doing. When we move and shift the energy through, the message also was about forgiveness, forgiving ourselves and others. When we continue to project our pain into others, not forgiving them for what they have done in the past, or the words they have said in the past, or the way they behaved in the past. In any kind of narcissistic behavior, if we cannot forgive others, it only means we haven't forgiven ourselves. How can we recognize every vessel a vessel for the divine? Because each one of us carries the divine within. And each one of us at one point of our lives is going to wake up, or maybe not, maybe in the next lifetime or more. So I'm recognizing that it's no longer about my own wounded, hurt, feminine and masculine feelings and wounding that separated me from the wholeness. And I don't want to no longer be dwelling blindly in this just this darkness that's never ending, and to continue to see in others. I'm just no longer available for that. I can actually have a spine, a strong spine, tall, where I can breathe, and I can actually see the truth that's staring me in the face, and open my eyes to all that is happening in the world right now. Like, how can we be in so much denial? Like, I see so many people in denial. And what it really comes down to is to be in integrity with yourself, and to do the work to help ease pain and suffering in the world. Hi, Lauren. It's been a while since I've seen you around. It's good to see you. So, yeah, feeling into the collective, not even just my own country. My own country, I consider the United States as my own country now, even though I came from Russia. I have many homes, I feel like, all over the world, and the most important home is truly within my own self. This is where we find the true answers if we start listening and start asking, and stop turning into external forces and then external sources. And especially the media. Can we all just stop watching the news, please? Any kind of news. I understand about knowing what is happening in the world, and there are some sources that you can, the trustworthy sources that you can search in your community and know that what is really happening in the world is this great reawakening of humanity, where each one of us is playing an incredible role to contribute to the healing of the world, and to contribute to all those who are still being kept in slavery, whether it's physically but also consciously. Slavery consciousness is a thing. If you continue to blindly believe anyone or anything and putting the idol outside of yourself, you're still a slave to that thing or to that person. Yeah. What have you been busy with, Lauren? What have you been doing? What are you creating? How are you doing? Yeah. So, can we just stop being blind and ignorant to the truth that this world needs us now more than ever? And to have the reawakened conscious mind, and to know that the tarots in the world are not okay with our reawakened conscious mind, and maybe feel inside how can I serve through my words and through my work. Amazing. Writing speeches and Toastmasters. Amazing. What is Toastmasters? I'm not familiar with that. Yeah, totally feeling the energy moving through. That's how we know, like when we really learn to listen to our bodies, we learn to listen to the truth and to find the answers. Muscle testing is an incredible tool. If you're not familiar with muscle testing, you're testing your own body, and your own body is giving you an answer. There's many different ways to muscle test through the fingertips. Fingertips, different way of placing your fingers, as well as straight up, arm up and down, or you can feel your body swaying forward and back. Yes, forward, no back. It is an organization that helps people develop leadership and public speaking skills. Oh, cool. You know, I'm not familiar with a lot of the words that are online, and honestly, even if I knew, I would probably forget. So amazing, you know. And yeah, Lauren, are you coming back to speak more, to public speak more, to bring your message through? Because you are a magical channeler. And I see you, and your work is amazing. Amazing. Inner work is always so potent and so incredibly important, because this is how we learn to bring what needs to come through our vessels. So feeling also today a lot of conditioning in the world, the programming that is continuously being reprogrammed into us. As soon as we wake up, and I've gone through this in my own life, I've had these reawakening moments, and I remember feeling that and then going back to sleep. Whatever it was on my path, friendships or relationships, religions, you know, whatever it is that conditions us, our government, the news condition us, the commercials, our friends, our family. And what we really want to do is to become our own selves, and to not allow anyone to sway us from the center, left or right. You know, don't go left, don't go right. Can we stay straight on our path? And it's truly all of our responsibility for the healers, the light workers of the world, the shadow workers of the world, to do the work of preserving and evolving for the whole of humanity, to be the guide in this great reawakening of the earth. The next 4 months are going to be hectic. I'm going to be down in trenches, but March will be tell all. Yes, exactly. I'm feeling that too. I'm connecting and feeling the March, and we just must persevere through these next a few months, and know that the reason why we're usually in the dark, because there's always a light that is coming, or there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. We just have to keep going, and taking this time. And especially in the winter and the fall, we're into the winter. It's time to hibernate a little bit, and to take the time to contemplate, and to take the time to rest, and to rest the mind and the body, and connect to the mind and the body, and be in with your breath, and be in the dark, and ask yourself, are you free? Am I free? What am I affected by? What do I believe in? What do I blindly believe in? What triggers me? What triggers me to the point that makes me say words that are not aligned with the divine? And why am I not seeing that? Or am I completely blind? I mean, are we being controlled by the forces outside of ourselves? And was there ever a time in the past, like I could remember myself being programmed into so much shame and fear and unworthiness to even say a prayer in the religion that I was in for a little while? I was not only allowing myself to say a prayer, But at some point, I was also, at some point in my life, I was also not allowed to say a prayer out loud or sit anywhere but the back row. And I allowed that to myself. And in that moment, if anyone tried to sway me away from that conditioning, I probably wouldn't even understand or hear them. So I understand this way. And maybe that's why we must be speaking this truth. Maybe I wish someone would tell me, why are you allowing this? Why are you feeling undeserving, unworthy? You know, having so much desire to speak to the divine that I thought was outside of myself. I couldn't even feel good enough about myself to have that connection. So listen to the heart. Ask the divine within, because your heart and your soul will always know the truth, and you will feel the truth when you know the truth. And if you're feeling any kind of hatred towards anyone or anything, know that that's the deep swamp. And it's that part of collective consciousness that wants to control you and your life and your message and your actions. And so listen to your heart and look around yourself and see. And be the messenger of light, messenger of love. And if you must go into the dark, go into the dark with the light and shine your light into all parts of yourself that you still need to own. All the wounds that you're splattering out of your own inner pain and suffering. Take those next 4 months to heal, because we're all gonna need to be strong and awake and together ascending into this new paradigm, into this new being, into the new earth, the new way of life, knowing that we're never going back to the old way of our being. So as I am a messenger of the divine, I am listening to what's coming through. I'm writing, I'm sharing, I'm speaking, and I'm devoted fully to the inspiration, to the enlightenment, to our highest good, to our highest consciousness. I'm here to support any and all, and you're welcome to reach out to me if you would like any one-on-one divine guidance, mentorship, coaching. I don't even know what those words are. It's this connection and the relationship that we create with the divine through any means necessary. If anyone needs guidance, I'm happy to offer whatever you need. So yeah, I'm feeling this is the message. So I hope whoever watches it gets it. And we're here and we're in this together. We're not separate. And those who want to separate us, they truly only have their own agenda, no one else's. None of us are in their best, highest interest. So, yeah, my invitation is to be yourself and begin to see the beauty, the harmony, grace, and healing outward. Hey, Gerald, yes, you made the show, but the show is almost over. Thank you for being here. If what you see outside of yourself is hatred and suffering and fear and shame and pain, there are parts of us that that we are still holding on to, that may not have been integrated fully into realizing that we are all part of this this greater awakening mission upon the earth. So begin to show up and begin to be the love and the light and the divine inspiration for all. And if that's what you see, the divine love and light and beauty and positivity, and you continue to smile through the pain, and you continue to serve with your heart and your voice and your hands however you can, then you've done the work. And I bow deeply to you, and you are here to create change for many, so that they may also see the divine in everything. And so thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. I'll be back with more as we unravel slowly, gradually, creating more healing for the whole of humanity. So I'm sending you many blessings. Have a beautiful evening or morning. May all of our practices and may all of our actions and words be for the benefit of all living beings and all of humanity. Many blessings. Namaste.